Okay, let's get this started. It is 6:02. We'll call the meeting to order.
Where's everybody?
Like out here? Oh, no, it's beautiful. Hopefully it's a quick meeting. All right, let's do the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And next will be the Student of the Month presentation. Put that video together for us. Appreciate it. Before we go any farther, I want to say thank you to, I haven't had a chance to dive into these, but thank you to whoever put these together, and we all appreciate the gifts very much. We appreciate that. And then publicly, even though there's not a lot of people here, I want to tell Justin that the lights out front look wonderful, because I've been on him for a long time, giving him little jabs every time I drive by and the lights are out. So the green and red look really cool, and they look good. I appreciate it. Okay, number 4, we're down to approving any addenda items. I don't think there is none. Is that correct? Okay, and we'll move on. Number 5, this was talking about changing the monthly board meetings to the second Tuesday of the month from the 3rd. And according to Ms. Judy, we actually voted to rescind that policy last month. Okay, so this is just a motion to formally accept number 5 and actually change the meeting to the second Tuesday of the month.
I'll make a motion to move our board meeting to the second Tuesday of the month.
I have a motion by Ms. Hall and a second by Mr. Jackamore. Is there any more discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, it's unanimous. Thank you, board. On to number 6. This is recommend extending a resolution for COVID sick leave through May 31st of 2022.
I'll make that motion.
I second it.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor, Mr. White, and a second by Ms. Wynn. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Once again, unanimous. Down to number 7, recommend extending the 2%, 10% COVID quarantine plan through May 31st of 2022.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Mr. White. Got a motion by Mr. White.
I will second that.
Thank you, Ms. Wynn. I have a motion by Mr. White and a second by Ms. Wynn. Any more discussion on number 7? All in favor? Unanimous. That brings us down to number 8, which is Center of the Arts check presentation by the Russellville A&P Commission. I think I saw Ms. Christie, yes. So I will turn that over to whomever is, okay?
We are honored to present Chrissy with the Center for the Arts. I think our 5th check, I think
Wow.
5 years. We've been partners, and we just truly, at the A&P, which most of y'all know it as the Tourism and Visitor Center, is proud to partner, because we're a small office and we can't do it all, but when we can have partners like the school district and the Center for the Arts, it makes a huge difference in our community. So we're honored to be able to allow her to go out and bid on things and bring that in, which makes that economic impact for the city. So we're glad to present a $10,000 check to the
Wow.
Center for the Arts.
Wow.
And you did make the budget for next year, so we did approve another $10,000 for next year.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. I just want to brag on A&P. I sat before their commission my first year and talked about my dreams and my plans for this. And they were so supportive to hear me out, and they've supported us through COVID with, when you bring in shows, I'm a year out already. I'm looking at 22, 23. And so when you're buying shows and bringing things in, a lot of those deposits have been paid, and we rolled shows over through COVID, and they were really gracious with their money to let that kind of ride and play out too. So we were able to bring the Isaacs in this fall, which was a great show. We had people from all over the state that attended that. And then they're partnering with us when we bring Dallas Brass in the spring. That's a show we've booked 3 times because of COVID, but it's actually going to happen in March, and that will be a partnership with our district. They'll come in and work with our high school students and then put on a performance that night for the public, and we're able to do that because of this. They also were a huge supporter of our summer musical. We were able to bring that in-house now. It's been something that's been a rental for the district, but it's actually sponsored by the Center for the Arts Foundation with a subdivision pretty much called Center Stage Production. So they're producing in-house. It's a local cast and crew, and they were phenomenal. And that brings grandparents and families from all over the state. So that AMP money, we bring them in, they eat in our restaurants, and they help. And so we just really appreciate that support. Tomorrow we have Zach Williams' Christmas concert. We are so close to a sellout. We have about 100 tickets left. We have not been that full since Mandisa, the fall of 2019. I think we've got probably, I would say, 20 volunteers coming tomorrow night. We have people all over. We have full law enforcement that'll be there. And that day starts at 7 a.m. and will end at 1 a.m. Thursday morning. So just so glad to have people in our seats and back in our audience so graciously accept this today. So thank you.
So when you say sold out, how many seats are we talking?
We're at about 1,700, and so we have 1,875. So we're looking at places that, some open seats, not many full rows available,
So the upper deck, you're including that in the sellout also?
Yeah, it will be close. We will open doors and we'll sell all day tomorrow. There were people in and out all day to buy, and so tickets are still available to purchase online, and so that we'll still have ticket sales tomorrow as well. So it'll be a great event.
Well, thank you. And Christy, thank you. I've worked with Christy for a long time while she's been on AMP, and she's brought in a lot of cool things to this community and has helped not only the district, but I can personally speak for RYBA and U-Trip baseball tournaments and all kinds of stuff that she's brought a ton of people in, her and her group. And not only good friends, good supporters of the community. We're glad to have you. Appreciate it. And I hope you sell out, by the way. All right, we're down to the consent agenda, excuse me. Anybody want to talk about anything? If there's no objections, I'll assume that it's approved. No objections. Mr. Robertson, you are on the floor, number 10, finance, sir.
All right, I'll just talk while they're putting that up there. Going to look at period 5, November. If you'll notice, we started with teacher salary fund. We ended with a difference of $64,791. Our operating fund, we ended with being down $441,531. This is going to be the opposite conversation of what we had last year. Last year, we were able to spend ESSER funds and not operating, so we were up. This one, we're back to spending operating fund, whereas last year we spent ESSER. So that's the reason we're down. I think up until this point last year, we spent about $600,000 in ESSER funds that were like technology, maintenance, those type of items, custodian. So that's why we're down on that one. Debt service fund, we end with a difference of $497,474. Once again, that's just based on different refundings and when now the timing of payments are off year to year. Legal balance just ended down $8,848. Our building fund, we ended up $2,423,915. That's just based on the transfers going in there really from last year. Capital outlay fund, we ended up $185,020. The note off the side, I always like to note of the $1.5 million, we have $526,000 of encumbered instruments, band rental, buses, stuff like that that's already been approved. Yeah, federal grants, we ended up $584,440. Once again, it's just based on timing of payments when we get those in. Food service funds, once again, it's another good month. We ended being up $649,404. As you can see, we still have the $150,000 of equipment that's still out there waiting to come in. Hopefully we'll get it this school year. So, but everything's looking good. That's
good deal, good report. Okay, there's two sections of this. So on section A, I need a motion to approve what Mr. Robertson just reported on the period, was this period 4, excuse me.
I make a motion that we approve section 4.
Period 4.
Period 4.
I'll second.
Section 5, excuse me.
Okay. Period 5. All right, so I have a motion on the floor by Ms. Nguyen to approve period 5. Mr. Robinson, is his period 5?
Correct.
Okay. And then a second by Ms. Hall. Any other discussion? All in favor? Unanimous. Okay, and then on Part B, I need a motion to approve application for a permit to issue second lien bonds. And Mr. Robertson, I don't know if you want to go into any of that.
This is just the application that we send in to get approved. Well, we've, on the application, we put up to 5 million. We don't have to borrow that, but it allows us a little wiggle room. Could be far less, could be, up to it. So, but this gets us, started. The state meets, every other month, so this allows it to get on their, January or February meeting for us to, get approved and move forward.
So this is an annual application that's always on here.
In order to issue bonds, you have to be approved by the state. So
Okay.
yeah, we get that sent in. It's good for a year, so we can issue those up until, a year from when they approve it.
Got it? Okay, so I need to entertain a motion to approve the application process, basically.
I'll make a motion to approve the application, that process for the permit to issue second lien bonds.
I have a motion by Mr. White and a second on the floor. Any more discussion?
Yeah, just a couple, just quick questions for Justin on the amount of it being 5 million. We never did set a budget, but is everyone in agreement that we're not going to approach that number on this project?
We can apply for whatever amount we want. We don't.
Yeah, no, I get that. But,
You want to do more than 5?
no, we never talked 5 million on this project. I know we're giving ourselves some wiggle room, but our last conversation about this project was going the other direction from
Yeah, no,
the original numbers.
Is this second lien, is this basically earmarked for what we approved last month, or is this all just for whatever the district needs? If we,
You have to say what you
okay, so this is for the stadium project. Okay, got it.
Yeah, last
I
month, I
agree.
believe, we allowed the project to move forward to get an agreement with the architect and the construction manager. But as far as a guaranteed maximum price, that has not been presented to us. We're just basing it on the initial budgets. So you are correct, Mr. Barrett, that we have not settled on the price as of yet, but this covers us based on a worst case.
Yeah,
I just don't want there to be any confusion
Correct.
about from media or just anything getting out that we are approving $5 million for a press box, because that's what it'll turn into.
Yeah,
So
that's
I want to make
fair.
it real clear is really what I'm trying to do.
No, no.
And then the other question was related to the language. In there it says to construct an athletic facility. I get it, it's at the football field, but we're doing the bandstand, so that language will cover us on everything.
It does cover it. We give them a list of the projects that we were wanting, and this covers, based on the Friday law firm that does the bond language, this covers those. That's why it's a Russellville Athletic Complex. That's
Covers everything
Mhm.
within that facility.
correct.
Okay.
And the way it's worded, any leftover funds can actually be used to another project. So it allows us to also, kind of covers you there too.
So when we issue the sale or authorize the sale, we're going to do it after we get a GMP? Or we're going to do it, when are we going to take on that process?
We wouldn't issue the
Determine the
bonds
amount.
until we know guaranteed maximum price. This just gives us a year to get to that point to where we know what we're going to spend and then issue it for that. So,
But we are not spending $5 million or committing $5 million for a press box tonight.
correct.
Be a nice press box. Okay, any more discussion? All right, back to the motion on the floor by Mr. White and a second by Mr. Jackamore. All in favor? Okay, passes unanimous. Down to number 11, policy. Need to entertain a motion to approve policy revocations as presented by Judy Pennington. If anybody has any questions, I'm sure Ms. Pennington would love to jump up and dive into it. Looks like bus drivers, nurse, and Spanish translators.
Basically, you're just revoking what the policies what you made last month. You made policies last month, now we're revoking what was there.
Oh, I need to entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion that we revoke the policies A through D as listed.
Got a motion by Mr. White.
I'll second.
Okay, got a second by Ms. Hall. Any more discussion? Okay, all in favor? It is once again unanimous. We have nothing on number 12, buildings and ground. It brings us down to personnel. And once again, there's no questions on personnel. Need to entertain a motion to approve classified and certified staff resignations, transfers, retirements, and employment.
So moved.
Thank you, Morgan. Motion by
I'll second.
Mr. Got a motion by Mr. Barrett and a second by Mr. White. Any more discussion?
Just want to again thank Judy and Mr. Vining for the information they're providing and how it's presented and getting that to us. It
Yeah.
makes things a lot smoother for us.
Yeah, great point. We don't seem to have a lot of conversation on that anymore. No. Any more discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. It is 6:25 and we are adjourned. Everybody have a good Christmas.